personally. I think you end up, I think they.
That's what,
giving
Charlie?
more- I end up giving more than 3 anyway.
30-3, sub,
A lot of times we say 3 minutes, but it runs to 5
It
minutes.
is, it is longer than that.
well, right now by ordinance, you can't say 3 minutes.
Okay,
Then we'll give,
then we'll do what the ordinance says.
Right here, Charlie.
No, I believe you, Tim, I'm not arguing about the length at all.
no, you're right.
I don't disagree with you at all.
I think 5 is reasonable anyways.
By consent of council.
Except by consent of council.
So you could, or you could extend it by consent of council.
But you can
could.
shorten it though too, right?
You could,
The consent of
Good.
council, it could be,
you could consent to shorten it to 3 minutes.
yeah, I mean, you can't, it's not
yeah.
just longer, it
Or
consent.
not allowed at all.
Oh, I suppose,
Yeah, you could do that too.
yeah.
Can do that in committees too.
Yes.
I was told not to. Because I
So
would.
did Denise just share the copy, and is it going back in her corner, or is it gonna stay out here permanently in the kitchen?
I brought the table because she's got all these fun little things and hot water for teas and stuff, and so we're just gonna keep that. She's funny. Yeah.
Oh, I got the cushion this time, you don't want it?
Didn't know my cushion moved, to tell you the truth.
Somebody
Could
else will move
probably
it.
use it though.
You're going right ahead.
I don't think those,
stole that from
honestly,
McKay.
I don't even think those are that expensive. Why, we're not getting new chairs, why don't we just get
We do,
cushions?
we need better,
Yeah, I
These
mean,
hard
I
rubber
really-
ones can be just ripped right off and replaced with something
correct.
softer.
This is the one that's not working.
Because they
Till we
are,
get younger people.
I'm not young, so I would,
Butts to like
Yeah,
push it.
I am perfectly fine if you guys wanna look into a, whatever I call it, little budget to,
it wouldn't cost much, it's cheaper than buying new chairs if we can make it.
I want new chairs.
I don't want that.
We'll get you a new chair.
Charlie gets a new chair, nobody else does.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
I just grabbed a copy for you.
Didn't even see you there, DJ. What? I didn't even see you there. Oh, quiet girl. Everything good?
And I didn't know you closed at noon, I came over there one day at 1, I'm like, where the hell is she? My fault.
I'm sorry. Jean,
But I was hungry that day. I wanted a shake.
Jean, did the committee sign those for last month? Do you remember?
This isn't even my chair.
The payroll books?
That's what happened.
Yeah, Richard doesn't remember signing it, so
Here's mine, I get to rock her.
it's good to look.
Oh,
I'll be taking my rocker.
musical chairs, huh?
Wow, yeah.
Maybe we
election.
vacuumed or something?
No, it was the election, they were probably incredibly bored, so it might have been my musical chairs.
And then we're taking everything out because we're getting shampooed on
Yes,
Sunday.
everything's getting shampooed.
And then there's this. I just left it open instead of having it on.
Shampooed, I've been here since 2008.
I keep taking everything out of the budget and they're doing it at a pretty reasonable price, so.
Laurent's doing
And we've had money in the, building maintenance for municipalities, so.
Clean this shit up.
I wanna get painted, cause I hate that color and it's dreary and it's,
When are you gonna be done?
it seems
Denise
like
is
it's like,
already adding some flair. so
yeah, she
I'm
is,
excited.
she
But I'll
is.
be painting around.
I'll tell you one thing.
What's that?
the
Right, that makes
transform-
sense.
Transformation.
Cause you couldn't be leaving next weekend, because there isn't a meeting next week.
Amazing,
It's,
isn't it?
it's, I go, I
We're
didn't
going down
realize in the last few years, yeah, I mean, I never had a problem with them really, but
Till the
the last
16th.
few years, how he was not happy.
We wouldn't trigger it.
And now he comes in, he's
Actually, we're
whistling,
gonna
singing, he's talking. Well, well, you knew that. I know.
Trigger on for the middle of the week, and then we're going weekend race.
But I didn't realize what, it is, it's so nice we can get work done, I don't hear.
We approved them though, Gene.
It's just,
We
I
approved
mean,
them?
I constantly heard bitching out there, like, I can't take this.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's nice and quiet, we get stuff done,
Well, that's right, your trailer don't have
she shows up for work.
Yeah.
One more to pass down
Brings
for signal.
fun stuff and toys.
Yeah.
I got 6 o'clock if we wanna get going.
Your meeting, buddy.
We got a recorder recording.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, playing musical books.
Oh, good lord.
Now we're good.
Okay, call the Finance, Insurance, and Personnel Committee meeting to order. Roll call, Cooley here.
Where here?
Approval of meeting minutes from January 15th.
Where will move to approve the minutes from January 15th?
Motion by Wired, second by Hasley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval is, motion carried. Citizen input? Anything from
You
anyone?
wanna say, DJ?
Okay, moving on. Old business resolution 2026-03, the fire department bylaws. Hopefully you've received the copy of the bylaws that came out,
10 days ago?
or less.
Yeah, she said, yeah.
Did you, everyone
After
get a
his
chance
meeting.
to look at them?
I perused them.
I did too,
Yep.
because I think, where am I?
I have a few things I wanna bring up, and it's up to the committee and Chief Butzine if they meet the level of review or not. If you have your copies, Article 2. This is Section 3 regarding the probationary period. It says, states that during the probation members shall not be permitted to vote on department business and/or be on department committees. And then I did find a discrepancy later on during elections that probationary, it's in Section 7, Section 5A, requirements for voting. Says members must have been on the department for a minimum of 6 months to be eligible to vote. So it's kind of conflicting. One says they're not eligible for department business during the probationary period, but they can still vote on officers at 6 months.
Which number was that? What page was
Yeah,
that?
that was obviously an oversight that's gonna have to be taken care of. They voted to have them have the ability to vote at 6 months, but not be a full member until their 12-month probation is up.
So it is correct? Okay. In that same section, Section 3, Article 2, it's just a wordsmith thing. There's a kind of a long run-on sentence. The second one from the end, their elections shall be by ballot, so on and so forth. To receive the majority of the votes of members present, should be a period, and then a capital, no member shall be excused from voting unless, and that's nothing that's gonna hold anything up. Article 3, Section 2, which is dealing with officers in charge. There's a questions pertaining last sentence to what's appropriate should be addressed to an officer or full-time staff. I just calling that out. They're not per se command staff or an officer at that point, but is that still okay?
Yeah, because more so it's just a line of information.
Okay, Article 4, moving along, Section 1, resignation, cites the inactive form in Appendix A. I imagine you want to call out that's in the policy Appendix A, because there's no Appendix A in the bylaws.
Yes.
Okay,
Unless we add the appendix from the policy.
yep, either or, that's your call. I know the form was in the policies that we've been looking through, and that makes sense to leave it there.
Yeah.
If you reference it, that would be fine as well.
Okay.
Is that okay to reference? I think you just need to add inactive form in policy Appendix A. Would probably be sufficient.
if it's just that, what's the policy?
It's just a form.
It should just have the
It's
whole
just a-
title.
It's just a form for filling out that you're moving yourself to be inactive.
But it should have the whole title of the policy, so there's no
Yes.
confusion.
Yep.
That's,
Um,
did you catch that, Chad?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the next section is section 3 under Article 4 is the license certification requirements. You're referencing it says reference bylaws in parentheses in that first paragraph,
Yeah.
but they should probably be referencing the policies that are lined in 5.34 A, B, C, and D, correct?
I think they were more referencing the previous statement of what a good standing member would be. Just to try to define,
I understand the intent, but it says reference bylaws, and good standing reference bylaws. And then you have the numbers that are, I'm assuming are calling out the policy book.
yes, I believe so.
So I don't know if you wanna add any wording to that, you just say referencing policies.
Yeah, that it should be like above the listed A, B, C, D.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's wordsmithing, I don't think intent is really being changed there, but, I think that's,
I just have one question, you can finish doing yours. She's got.
yep, go ahead.
Well, I was just questioning on page 6, your appointment by the chief, the lieutenant, and the 3 EMS. Are all of those already on the wage schedule?
What's that?
The appointment by the chief, it's on your page 6, 2 lieutenants, and then 3 EMS positions? And is that all on the wage schedule? We just
Yep.
went through all of that, and that's why I was trying to see if she could find it. I just wanted to make sure we're matching.
Yep, they're all on there.
Okay. And nobody's sharing anything?
No.
Okay.
Last one I have is Article 7, Section 5, election of officers. First sentence is, officers are elected by the membership from within the membership. That's except for the chief. The chief is a recommendation to the mayor.
Isn't that in there?
It is in a different section, but this one kinda contradicts the chief.
Which one?
Because it just calls all officers are elected by the membership from within the membership.
And where's that?
That's, Article 7, Section 5, first
Got
sentence.
it. Yep, I already highlighted that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it
all I
does-
have.
Yep.
It doesn't quite state all officers, but it should designate that the chief is appointed by the mayor.
Just to be consistent with the other spots.
Yep.
I believe it's in there in the previous section in the bylaws, but just to stay consistent, it should have that in there.
There you go.
Since they're included in
No, I know, that's
ordinance,
what I
I
was looking
wanna make sure that there isn't conflicts, I guess.
for.
That's all I have. Your pleasure, do you wanna take this back and clean it up one more time and bring it next month?
Can do that.
There's nothing pressing.
No, it's pretty much
We don't have.
what it is.
Yep.
So
we have-
it's nothing's getting changed. It's just,
Just words,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I appreciate it, Chad, thanks
So-
for, getting that, and the membership getting that back to us.
Chad,
Yep.
Lana found the spreadsheet where we were working back and forth and making sure all the numbers are right.
mhm.
So we have, obviously, the lieutenants, the captains, and all that good stuff. Then we have an EMS training coordinator, which is on here, and then an EMS service director assistant. Yeah, as one EMS service director assistant. You
And then-
have a director, service
Oh.
director, and assistant service director. So you got 3, we only have 2.
I don't know why the service director will have to be removed, because that's the chief.
That is the chief?
It is the chief or the assistant chief.
Okay, so that should get,
That should be removed.
okay, perfect.
Because it's not on the schedule.
Correct, it's not on the pay
Yeah,
schedule.
it's not on there, so I
Right.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
That's in the bylaws itself?
Yeah.
Yes,
as
that's appointed by the chief.
appointed by the chief, yeah.
Page 6. Because I knew I wanted to make darn sure we're all matching.
Yep, matchy
We've
matchy.
had too many
We
mistakes.
went over that quite a bit, I can't believe that got missed, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Believe me, we look at a lot of words sitting up here. All right, any other questions or comments regarding the bylaws?
Should it be an easy enough one to bring it back in next
I
month?
would say so if we want to,
Put it to
defer?
council?
or just if someone wants to make a motion to recommend to defer at council?
Or you want to
I'd
see it one
imagine
more
it.
time?
Or do you want to? see
I don't
it?
think we need to see it here.
Okay. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Where we'll move to refer fire department bylaws to the council with tonight's corrections, minor typos.
Haslam will second.
Motion by Wired, second by Haslai. All those in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Aye. Motion carries. New business, January 2026 financial statements. I'll take a motion as a whole for all of those, unless there's questions.
Anybody?
Where,
All right,
where we move to accept the financial statements, payroll of $108,114.21, general disbursements of $1,489,560.85, and the clerk treasurer's report on file at City Hall.
Haslam will second.
Sure, take it easy.
it's
now.
funny.
Yeah, right.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. 5B, Resolution 2606, Fire Department Walking Trail Grant Application.
Mm,
Not fire department.
Yep. That's B, right? 5B.
5B,
Fireman's Park.
Fireman's
Ah,
Park.
I didn't
Walking-
hear the park.
Walking
I
Trail
heard
Grant
fireman. And that
Application.
has nothing to do with the firemen. We're good.
Gabe,
We're
would you
good.
like to make a comment about this?
Yeah, as you can see, we are going out for an RTP grant through the Knowles Nelson Stewardship Grant through the DNR. For that grant application process, we need a resolution. The grant does cap at $100,000, but you will see.
120.
Huh?
120.
Our payment would be 20 if it capped out at the 100,000. It's 80-20.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's just a grant.
So-
is 120.
Says the grant match is a 120.
It is. The max award.
The max award is 100. Our portion of it, if we got the full max, would be the 20,000. It maxes at 100,000.
She specifically wrote in here, the max award is 100, it's an 80-20 split, so the project cost would need to be at least 120,000 to maximize the grant.
That would get us to the full 100,000.
Correct.
But we need the resolution. You can see on the engineering that it is more than the 120. She told us that we shouldn't change that number right now, just so we could get the full grant. And then we can adjust that number. The path that we're speaking of is, tearing out and replacing the path that leads from the West Side Bridge by, Mill Street and Borman, all the way out to the Park Road behind Field B and Field C. So Chad and I have already gone over numbers, if we need to make an amendment when it comes to it, if we do receive the grant, that we can move it to certain areas that we would see being replaced over the whole entire project. But she did want us to keep it in the resolution, wanted to keep it at the full price so we could possibly get the full amount.
This path has been
Yeah.
on the radar for quite a while, it's massively sinking.
Today we did get some bad news. the Knowles Nelson stewardship, grant stuff through the DNR has been on the Senate and Assembly floors, for amendments or whether or not they were going to continue it. Today, it did not reach the Senate, it made it out of the Senate subcommittee. The Senate wasn't going to get enough votes, so they took it off the calendar, so it'll be moving now to the March session. We still wanna go through the resolution and still going through the grant writing and stuff like that in preparation, so we are ready to go, cause it is still due on March 1st.
This was an ask.
Correct.
So
Right,
we still wanna go forward with it, we still wanna get a resolution just in case in the future, if it does pass, we are on that list.
And just for your, information, the grant agreements can take 6 to 12 months. They would anticipate that the design would be in 2027 and construction is 2028. So this would be something that we'll find out earlier if we get it or we don't get it, and either way, this will be part of our budget for,
We would still have time to raise some
2027,
funds
28.
before.
sure.
I'm
We
sure,
would
I'm
be-
sure it'll be cheaper.
Before we.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally
Your
cheaper.
costs are only gonna go down,
Yes.
yeah. So, just so you know that this isn't anything that's gonna happen this budget
Yeah, it's
cycle.
not gonna be this year.
Right.
And it's a reimbursement.
Correct.
We have to pay it
Upfront.
upfront and then we are reimbursed
Right.
in the 2028 or 2029.
And the city has until, anybody does, till June 30th of 29.
Yep.
So obviously, we're gonna get this done in 28 because we'll never get a project like that done in the spring. So it would be all done and taken care of in 2028. Just so you know, all the details.
Fingers crossed.
Yes,
As long as,
yes.
as long as Marshall quits opening up the dam and dumps a bunch of water on us.
Any other questions or comments? If not,
Wyatt will move to approve resolution 2026-06, Fireman Park Walking Trail Grant Application.
Haslett will second.
motion by Wired, second by Haslide. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. 5C, Resolution 2026-08, Police Department Grant for Body Wearable Cameras. I believe most of that content is in your packet. It's an SRT, Small Rural Tribal Grant Program. Dave, do you want to speak to it, or Dennis,
So-
either one?
I'm seeking the resolution. I spoke with yourself and the mayor a little bit about it. The electronic era is what it is, and they keep getting more and more expensive. And this, I'm seeking this grant, it's a one-for-one or in kind as well. Body wearable cameras are running anywhere from 50,000 for what we would need, all the way up to almost 100,000, depending on what distributor you went with. You're also looking at, cloud storage. Nobody does, physical storage anymore. Everything's going to the cloud, so there's a maintenance fee. Most everything that I've looked into thus far has an unlimited cloud storage with, a maintenance plan for about 5 years. Most of them are running at about a 5-year to 10-year plan. So a maintenance fee could be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month, but if you do the 5-year plan, that's kind of all tucked in there. The grant that I'm applying for, as I said, is a one-for-one. I'm coming to the board. I do not know how much. It doesn't tell you how much you would be granted. Based on the numbers that I have for 2025 and 2026 for cameras, as I said, they can vary. Obviously, we would want to pick probably the mid-range for quality. Right now, that's Motorola, and that's running about 57,000. So with the grant, depending on what the grant would pay, it would be 1-for-1. So I'm coming to see if the board would be able to cover that 1-for-1. Also in that, there's an in-kind as well, so anything that we would use for man-hours, for training on those, setting them up, that would be covered. That would be covered under the grant as well.
Sounds good. Do you know approximately when they release the results on who? is
That
awarded?
does not say in any of the information that I've looked up. It only gives me an end date of March 12th, 2026 at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time.
To receive the application?
I'm sorry?
To receive the
Yeah,
application?
for me to finish it, or
Yeah,
or
the
to start it
deadline
and
is
get it
March.
done.
Do you know like the typical lifespan of those? Like how long do they typically last before you're looking at replacing?
That varies by distributor, all of that. Usually I'm gonna say, the ones that we have now are obsolete. We can no longer get any kind of replacement parts for them. They don't make them anymore. And they've lasted us approximately 8 years now. We have a few left in storage that can be used, but eventually they're gonna run out and we're gonna be left with a decision to make.
How many do you need?
We need at least 9 body wearable cameras, and then we're gonna have to replace at least 2 of the in-squad cameras as well.
Well, it's interesting that it doesn't tell you, you can apply by that deadline and the notices get awarded on.
Yeah.
that
I've
was-
never
That was sort of my
seen-
question.
Yeah, I've never seen a grant do that.
And I looked everywhere in the website for that specific website, and it does not give you any kind of
So it
idea
may
how
be in
long
your
it would
detail
take.
when you go online to fill the form out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So, I mean, this is, obviously has to go in front of council. It's probably the bigger question is twofold. One, is it something we want to continue funding for the police force, body wearable cameras? Is that gonna be something we want to do? And two, if we don't get a grant, is it still a capital item going forward?
Or do we budget for it in
Or-
2020?
Or do we budget for it the
27.
next year
Yeah.
and roll it into some type of program?
In 27.
So
Correct.
it kind of lends, if we're gonna apply for a grant, we have to commit to maintaining a camera program, right?
Mhm.
So that's probably the first question, you know. We would probably have to spell that out at council before we bring it forward, is that it is a commitment of this kind of program going forward, which,
But if I understand how a lot of these grants work, and I can't specifically speak to this one, we can get awarded and deny it.
Yep.
It's not a good thing to
Not
do that,
accept.
right?
Right.
But I would hope there's more information that's gonna come out that, you know, cause I know these grants, you have to have this resolution done in
Yep.
advance.
Yep.
But, not knowing exactly when it's, you know, you may get awarded in 26, but it might not come through till 27. Cause pretty much everybody's gonna have to be able to budget for it, so I would suspect there'll be more info on it.
but as you alluded to when we were meeting before and discussing it, some departments have gone away from it just because of funding, the lack thereof, so on and so forth, so.
What are the departments doing that are going away from it? Like, I guess I feel like it's something that's needed, so like, what, is there something they're doing in replace of
No.
doing? They're just not having anything.
Truly, as long as we can hang onto the program, we're better off.
Oh, yeah.
$50,000 in liability
Oh, yeah.
is nothing,
Is
and
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
as many times as it saved us, it would pay for itself over.
Yep.
Yeah, 4.5 cameras are $261,000. So if you get 10, you're probably 3 and 2 car cameras. What's a car camera cost? Is that different than cost than a body worn?
Yes.
Presumably less. All right, regardless.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
regardless, right.
Regardless, I'm
I-
for it, Dave, you don't
Yeah.
have to.
I was just throwing that in there
Yeah.
as a point
Right.
No,
of debate, because
I-
it is,
the way people are now, I would just as soon have our officers as protected as we can.
absolutely.
Right.
I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah.
So I just putting out a number so
Yep.
we know what we're
So are you,
potentially looking at.
So are we motioning this to go to council then?
it's on the
Yes.
council agenda, yeah. So just a quick question. So in your grant application, do you have to put in the number that you want?
I'm
You said
assuming,
eight.
I'm assuming so. I
Okay.
haven't gotten into the grant
Sure.
application because I need to know,
Right.
or I wanna make sure that prior to doing that, when I put that information in there,
Mhm.
I have the backing of the board to cover whatever, that one for one.
Got it.
Gotta know where to start first.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love to
Eight's
have
your
a lot
number?
more answers than questions.
it is an odd grant. I've never seen one like this before.
But it's specifically set up for our kind of agency that is rural and under, was it
50,000.
50 sworn employees. It's set up just for those kind of,
Yeah.
departments.
Good.
I would anticipate a lot of competition.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would think so. But that's the way with all grants, it's not just
Yep,
the
for
smaller
sure.
one, you know, the smaller ones are just as
Yeah.
sought after.
Well, cool, make a motion for resolution 2608, to allow the police department to apply for this grant for the cameras. Recommendation to council.
Wired will second.
A motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carried. 5D, police chief retirement. I will entertain a motion to go to closed session.
Wired will move to go into closed session.
Cool second, roll call, Cool yes.
Wired, yes.
Thank you, we're in closed session.